Hey guys, welcome to my vlog. Welcome to CJ's Bushcraft. This is my first video I'll be making on YouTube, so I'm so excited to be showing you guys my adventures and everything I do here in the outdoors, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. Now today, for my first video, I figured let's just make it simple and easy. And I'm just going to show you guys how to start a campfire just by using matches, fat wood, and I'm going to be using a multi-tools knife because I think the multi-tools knives are really good. They're really nice and sharp, and they're really good. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a campfire using those three things. Now, there's three things you need to have a campfire. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the fire triangle. You need heat, fuel, and oxygen. And so I think the best way to start a campfire and the technique I'll be using is the log cabin style. I'll be stacking logs. I'll be setting 2 logs here and then 2 logs across and stack them up. Because A, it gives off oxygen, you got your heat from the fire, and you got the fuel, which is the wood. So let's go ahead and get into it, and I'll show you guys how to start a campfire. So I've always said that you need you have 3 different levels of making your campfire. You need your smalls. Your smalls are really important because that's what gets your fire going, and that's what gets your fire started. That's what gets your fire started. So you're gonna need your kindling and the smalls and things like that, and then you need your medium-sized sticks. That builds onto the fire that you just started and that you just lit, and then you got your large, which keeps the fire going. Now I've had trouble in the past on getting a fire started, even using matches, and so I finally got that down, and I was so excited when I first started my fire using matches. Now I don't know what video I'll be making this in, but in a video I will be making a campfire using a ferro rod. I'll be showing you guys how to start a campfire using a ferro rod and just the wood from the outdoors instead of using fat wood. And so yeah, and then you'll need your large, which that would just keep your fire going. Now once I finally got my fire lit and I piled on my medium-sized sticks, I've always had trouble keeping my fire going. I never had enough sticks or whatever, and so you guys always want to make sure you have enough sticks to keep your fire going. So I'm gonna show you guys what you need. Now, whenever I use the fat wood, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to get a powder off of it, and then shavings, because that's what I'm gonna use, and then I'm gonna get some smalls. Now, if it's wet in your guys' area, this is you don't want to get your wood off of the ground because the ground's wet. So you just want to find limbs and sticks off of trees. Now it is fall, so things are kind of dead. But see how that just snapped off easily? Like, I know this is a small little stick, but it's pretty easy to snap off. These are things that I want for my smalls. So I'm going to just just pull these little things off here until I get a good pile of them. And yeah, so you just want to find a tree that's really nice and dry that has these small little sticks on it, and just pull them off, and and if they're big, just snap them in half and get the perfect size, and that's your smalls right there. And so I'll come back with you guys with the bigger pile. Just find a tree. Like, I just found this. I didn't even know this was that dry. But yeah, so just find a tree that has small little limbs like this that you could just pull off, and that's dry, and just make a big bundle of them. And yeah, all right, you guys, so I got me a bundle of smalls, and now I'm gonna start looking for some large. So this is where I'm gonna be making my fire. It's right here. So I'm just gonna lay these right here because you want your smalls really close to you whenever you're making your fire. So next you want to go around looking for your medium-sized sticks. Now those you can just snap off and just make them medium-sized sticks, or you can just find them on the ground that's dry and snap them if they're too big, or whatever you want to do. So I kind of already have me a pile here of medium-sized sticks and my large sticks. I'm not going to do nothing crazy because I just have this small little area here, and just to show you guys how to keep a fire going and get a fire, because all you really have to do is just have your smalls, get your medium-sized sticks, and have your large, and just have enough of everything to keep your fire going. It's so like once you know how to start a fire, it's pretty simple on how to do it. It's pretty simple and pretty easy. It just takes a while just getting all your stuff ready. And so yeah. So I already have my pile of smalls. I have my medium size, and then I have my large size. So yeah. So I'm just gonna show you guys like what you guys need to do that. Excuse that. We gotta fix that up. That's our cabin that we're building. So yeah, kind of got a little messed up. So what you want to do is you could just walk around and just find a stick that's dry. So I'm gonna find me a stick or a log or whatever that's dry, and I'll come back with you guys and show you guys what you can do. Alright, you guys, so I found me a bundle of like sticks or whatever, and it's pretty dry. So all you really have to do is just find something like that and just snap it. And it's just really dry. This is really dry wood. You can just tell how it's snapping and everything like that. So pretty much that's all you really have to do, and just get it to the size that you want it, and then you'll have your medium and your large. So yeah, and some ideas. So where I live, we don't have birch bark, and so if you have birch bark, that's a nice fire starter. All you have to do is just light it, and it pretty much gets it on fire. And then cedar wood is also really good fire use, and so I recommend those. I do have a cedar in this pile right here. It's that big long stick right there. So I'm just going to get me a little bit more medium-sized sticks, and I'll show you guys what you guys need to do for your large. But it's pretty self-explanatory to get the large. All you have to do is just find large sticks laying around that's dry. Or if you have a fire going and you have some wet wood, just set it by the campfire, by your fire, and it will dry it out. And then whenever you need more wood, you could just lay that on top of it, and that will give you some dry wood in your wood. So I'm gonna get my medium-sized sticks and show you guys what you guys need to do to get your large. Alright, you guys, so I got my medium-sized sticks, and now I'm gonna show you guys what you need to get for your large sticks. Pretty much is all you have to do is you just have to walk around and look for some large sticks. Like right here's one. All you have to do is just gather up these and lay them by a campfire. It's wet, and you just make a big pile of that. Or you could just start cutting down things and getting some logs for your campfire. But right now I don't, and I'm just like having a small little fire. I'm not having nothing big or anything like that. So yeah, so you just walk around and look for some large sticks or large logs, and you get that. Alright, you guys, so now I'm going to show you guys how you guys can get powder off of some fat wood. So I'm going to show you guys how to get powder off of fat wood and get shavings off of fat wood, and that's what's going to start our fire, or that's going to help us start a fire. The thing that's going to get our fire started is these matches. And so yeah. So I'm going to go ahead, and the tool I'll be using is this multi-tool. The knife that I have the knife that's in this multi-tool is really good. So that's why I'm using this knife, and it's the perfect size to use. And so yeah. Alright, you guys, so now that I got you guys set up, now I'm going to show you guys. So this is the multi-tool I'll be using, and this is the knife I'll be using. It is a really good knife for this. So what I'm going to do is so this is how you get powder off of fat wood. So you want to find a good corner here. So this is, you could tell I kind of got a little bit there. So you want to find a corner, and I'm going to get a shaving off of this just that way I can start off clean. So what you want to do is you want to take your knife and kind of hold it at an angle. You don't want to have it like that and get that. I mean, it'll get some shavings, but it's not very good. It'll just be easier if you do this. So you want to take your knife and you want to hold it at an angle. So you kind of want to hold it like that, and you just want to push down on it, and it'll give you your shavings. I'm just using the end of it, and then whenever I get a good bundle here, I just pinch it off, and I just make me a little pile right there. So I'm just going to keep getting me a good sized pile, And yeah. Alright, so now that I got my shavings of fat wood, I'm not using a whole lot of powder from the fat wood because I am using matches. If you're using a ferro rod, this is pretty much the same steps that I do for a ferro rod. Actually, this is exactly the same steps as I used for a ferro rod, except for I used the ferro rod instead of matches. Now, if I was using a ferro rod, I would get a lot more shavings than what I have, or powdery shavings that I have. Since I am using the matches, I'm not using a whole lot. So next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my shavings. So the shavings is easier than getting the powders. All you have to do is just take your knife and just push hard and just push down on your wood, and you will get these shavings here. You will get these shavings. Now I do not like this piece of fat wood because it is like it's wonky. But you just want to make a big pile of these little shavings here. What I do is I just put my chest against the wood, or I put the wood against my chest, and I just push with my two hands and just get little shavings off like that. And yeah, so you just take your knife again, you just take your knife, push down, and just get shavings. Alright, so now that I got my my shavings and my powder, now I can start my campfire. So, I'm going to take these over there, and I'm going to show you guys what you guys need to do to get your fire going. Alright, so now that I got my shavings and everything like that down here, now that the size of that is about the size that I would get of the powder when I'm using my ferro rod. So I'm going to take my matches here, and I'm going to strike it, and I'm going to light the powder and catch it on fire, and we're going to start our fire. Alright, so I have my match here. I've never used these matches before, but it looks like these are like cardboard or like a wood type. So I'm just going to strike it here on the back. So notice how I have like everything close by. So I have my my smalls here, and then I have my shavings like right above my powder. So I'm going to take I'm going to take my match here. Wow, these things are like gonna break if I never used these matches before. I guess I should have tried them out before I even did the video here. You guys, I know how to use a match. Just hold on. Alright, you guys, so I got it lit. It was a little scary at first because I like had to hold it. So I'm just gonna hold this down for a little bit. So now I'm just gonna place this here, and it's gonna like instantly catch everything like that on fire. It's on fire now. So now I place this on top. Some of the wood is a little bit wet, so it might take it a little while. So you just want to blow on it, just very lightly. There's the fire that I have going on. Every now and then you might want to blow on it. And if you're a girl, watch out for your hair. Make sure your hair doesn't go in there. But yeah, so that's that first step of getting the fire is just getting it to that point. Next, I'm going to take my mediums. Go and grab me a good pile, or not a good pile, but like that. And I'm just going to lay across here. If you need to, just snap them in half, and I'll show you guys the setup that I use and everything like that. That is our campfire so far. I really didn't need to blow on it, but so the log cabin style. So every now and then I will just put a bunch of sticks on top and just let that burn to build it up so that way I can get some good sized logs. So this is pretty much all I do for the log cabin style. So I just place them on like this, one across from that, like that, and then I snap this in half, and then I just lay it across, so like this. That. And I'll show you guys a bigger version once I get my fire like going. So this is pretty much all you need to do to get your fire going, and that just gets the fire. Once you get your fire going, it should be a little bit easier after that because you just have to keep it going. And so yeah, that's pretty much all you have to do to start a fire. I pretty much got it going. I got it started, so now I just have to keep it going. And that is how you make a campfire. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoyed my first video. And yeah, that's a better version of the log cabin style. I got to the point where I needed to put on some bigger logs, and that's what it looks like. This is the perfect technique for your fire. I think, in my opinion, is it helps get the oxygen. You have the oxygen through these holes right there from the logs. You got your fuel from the wood. You got the sides of the wood there, and then you got your heat, and it's capturing the heat inside that little circle there, smoke. And so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my first video that I made on YouTube on how to make a campfire using fat wood and matches. It was a pretty simple video. That scared me. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Comment down below if you have any questions or like to say anything. And I hope you guys learned how to make a fire. So thank you guys so much. Bye.